hear the pop from the crowd, DC, as Nate Diaz gets set to make this walk here tonight. You never know when is going to be the last time we see this guy compete, but there's a lot to like when we see Nate Diaz in the octagon.
Nate Diaz is a savage, a guy that just epitomizes fighter. From the attitude, the walk, the music, everything tells you that when Nate Diaz shows up, you're getting ready to watch a fight. A fantastic striker and a great jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz is just a well-rounded fighter and one of the biggest stars in the UFC.
We've seen the Stockton slap before. I'll set the total.
It's just so disrespectful.
Over under 1.5.
So
you think he throws it tonight?
It's just so disrespectful, but it's so Nate Diaz.
All right, we'll see if he invokes the Stockton slap here tonight, but Nate Diaz is back, and hopefully in a big way for his supporters around the world. All right, so here is the pride of Simpsonville, South Carolina, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Twice he has challenged for UFC gold. Prevailing wisdom is if he can win this fight here tonight, he'll be back on that short list of contenders.
You look at Stephen Thompson and you almost feel like you'll see him at a church choir more than you'll see him in the octagon. He looks so innocent. But when you're in there, you are in there with an absolute killer. Stephen Thompson has an ability to slide out of range as you enter and counter you really, really quick. He counters like a viper. He's so fast with his counterattacks. That right hand is unbelievable, and he fights in that traditional karate stance, which makes it difficult to try and piece the puzzle together when you're in front of the Wonder Boy.
And of course, the last man to beat Robert Whitaker, I submit to you, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, back at UFC 170, one of the bigger knockouts of his career in 2014.
Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. Thompson is 2 years the elder.
Diaz will have a 1-inch reach advantage.
Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 22 wins, 13 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Stockton, California, ladies and gentlemen, an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz! You ready?
Didn't take Stephen Thompson long to surface on the UFC radar. Knockout of the night in his UFC debut against Dan Stigen at UFC 143 back in 2012, and has been near perfect since. Diaz is now dealing with a cheek cut. All right, here we go. Our first round is underway, and you know at some point he's going to try to get this fight to the canvas. Any number of different submissions in his arsenal.
I don't understand how.
Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
And just misses with that big right hand. And he landed the right hand there. Oh, straight right. Well, he has stayed busy and he has stayed accurate. Nice combination.
Very accurate, a lot of activity, and the hands look phenomenal tonight.
So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for Stephen Thompson. Pretty good right hand.
Jeez, you can hear that.
Both of these guys going all out. High action fight here. Under 3 minutes now to go in what has been a very fast-paced opening round here.
Big punch lands through the middle.
Oh, and there he goes working off that jab again. How's your jab?
I mean, the jab's nice. I love throwing the jab. But you realize that as MMA evolves, guys will start to fight behind a very educated jab. It's just like boxing. The most thrown punch, and the first one you learn is a jab. And in MMA, guys are starting to take that same approach because it is such an effective weapon.
That's as good as it gets on the feet. His opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he lands that overhand right, he hurt people bad. And this guy has his opponent hurt very badly again. That one was thrown to end the fight.
Yep. Good. Oh! Huge right hand!
What he...
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are. Because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs. And if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on him.
Wow!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him. Now he's gonna attack the triangle choke here.
Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to watch,
And he's out. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Diaz. Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
he got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
Round two is upon us.
Okay,
Stephen
round two.
Wonderboy Thompson
Let's go, guys. Fight.
versus Nate Diaz. Nice punch there by Diaz. Whoa!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
All right, he's got the feet on the hips now, DC, in a pretty good position to get out, I would think, if he so chooses.
Absolutely. This is the ideal position for escaping. Now, you're not going to get a submission on him. He's hurt bad.
Back to his feet. Right hand upstairs. All right, so he's landed some good shots. You hate to be overly critical, but nothing really in terms of combinations tonight.
Well, the jab has been looking great. How about jab, jab, right hand? Because eventually you're going to have to put something on your opponent that's going to really make him pause. I believe the jab has been working so well. Now he's on top of him looking for the finish.
Thompson gets up. Clearly, he wanted this fight back to its feet despite having a dominant position on the ground.
Big, powerful punch. Oh, my goodness! Oh, my goodness! What a performance!
Yeah, there's another one for the highlight reel, and that's probably as good a knockout as he's had in the UFC. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Crowd absolutely loving it. Flush land to close out his opponent. I'm not even sure the other fighter saw it coming, so a big knockout for him here tonight on the biggest of stages. So a seminal moment for him here tonight as he gets the huge knockout. All right, let's go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliot has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 51 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
Well, he's smiling ear to ear, and why not?